Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Lazy Girl method nail set. So I did prep my nails off camera and applied my peel off base coat as well off camera. And as you saw me doing there, I was applying some of my sunscreen to my hand because it is going to be in a nail lamp a lot during this video, so I need to protect my hand. So I applied my sunscreen, and moving on, I am going to be applying my gel base coat to all of my nails, and then I cured for 30 seconds. So I did pick out my nail sizes off camera, and I'm using my XXL full covered square nail tips today. So starting on the pinky nail, I am using this loose glitter dip powder. It's from a brand called Miss Florida Nails. She sells some really pretty glitter dip powders and other dip powders as well. So this chunky pink glitter dip powder is called Nerds. So I just placed a layer of gel base coat on the nail, and then I'm just going to be picking up some of the glitter and placing it inside of the nail tip. So for these glitters, there were only large glitters and the very small glitters. There were no medium-sized glitters, which was a tad bit disappointing because I like to use the medium-sized glitters. So I had to use mostly the smaller glitters, and I also picked out some of the larger ones, but the nail design still looked good. I just preferred the medium size glitters as well. So after applying all of the glitters, I cured for 30 seconds. Next, I applied another layer of the gel base coat to seal in the glitters, and then I cured that for 30 seconds. So I am going to be using my Makartt pink polygel. This is the number 383, and I got this polygel in my pink polygel kit from Makartt. I'll leave a link to that polygel kit in the description below. So I'm just going to be placing that inside of the nail tip and making sure that it is applied neatly and it covers the whole nail, but it needs to be thin because this nail tip is going to be on my pinky nail, so it needs to be thin in order for me to apply it. So I am just evenly distributing the polygel inside of the nail tip right now and making sure it covers everything. And then when I'm satisfied, I place the nail tip on my pinky nail, applied pressure, and then I just cleaned around the cuticle area and the underside of the nail and cured for 30 seconds. Moving on to the ring nail, I am going to be applying some more of the glitters to this nail. So I placed a layer of gel base coat on the nail, and then I just picked up some of the glitters and cured for 30 seconds. Next, I'm just going to be placing a layer of the gel base coat to seal in the glitters, and then I cured again for 30 seconds. So now I'm going to be doing an ombre nail. So I just placed a very thin bead of the pink polygel in the middle of the nail tip, and I just pat it in place and evenly distributed that in that area only. And I also made sure to fade the polygel because I didn't want a harsh line of demarcation, so it needs to be faded down the nail bed area right there. It needs to be faded at that area, and also I'm going to be fading it towards the tip area because we are going to be doing an ombre nail, so it needs to be faded at both sides. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and when I'm satisfied, I cured for 30 seconds. Next, I am going to be applying some of my Makartt clear polygel to the tip of the nail just to encapsulate that area. And then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be placing some more of the pink polygel at the nail bed area and making sure to distribute that and cover the nail bed area. And when I'm satisfied, I placed the nail tip on my ring nail, applied pressure, and then I cleaned around the cuticle area and the underside of the nail and cured for 30 seconds. So moving on, I am going to be using these white glitter snowflake sequences on the middle nail. So I am going to be placing 3 of the glitter sequences inside of the nail tip, and I'm trying to get those glitter sequences to stay in the middle of the nail. It was a tad bit difficult. I thought I was doing it correctly, but when I looked at it from the other side, it was a little bend. It isn't that noticeable, but I could see it, which was a tad bit annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just going to be placing a bead of the gel base coat, and then I picked up one of the glitter snowflakes with my dotting tool and placed it inside of the nail, applied pressure, and then I flash cured for 5 to 10 seconds with my LED flashlight. So this is how it looks. Then I'm just going to be placing some of my gel base coat to seal in the glitter snowflake sequences and also to adhere some of the pink glitters. So I was placing them on the nail individually, but I got fed up of doing that, so I used my cuticle pusher just to scoop up some of the chunky glitters and place it on the middle nail. Then I'm using my dotting tool to remove any of the glitters that I didn't want on the nail, and when I was satisfied, I cured for 30 seconds. Next, I am using some of my gel base coat again to seal in all of the glitters, and then I cured again for 30 seconds. So this is how it looks, and I think it looks really good. Now I am going to be using my Makartt clear polygel, so I placed a bead of that inside of the nail tip and I evenly distributed that. Then I just placed the nail tip on my middle nail, applied pressure, cleaned around the cuticle area and the underside of the nail, and then I cured for 30 seconds. Now moving on to the index nail, I'm just going to be doing this whole nail with this pink polygel. So I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is how the nails are looking so far. So on the thumbnail, I'm basically doing the same thing that I did on the pinky nail. And as you can see on the thumbnail, I cleaned the inside of the nail tip. I really didn't do that for most of the nail. I think I did it on the index nail. I just edited that part out. But I decided to keep it on the thumbnail. But I really forgot to do it for most of the nails. So using the lazy girl method on the thumbnail is a bit challenging because this is the only nail tip that could fit on my thumbnail and I need it to be a little bigger than my thumbnail. The other one would fit too exact, so that would be a problem if I'm doing it with the lazy girl method. It needs to fit just a little bigger. However, this nail tip doesn't really conform to my nails, so it leaves a space on one side of the nail. The other side fits perfectly, but it leaves a space on one side of the nail. So what I do when I apply pressure and some of the polygel is seeped out of the nail, I usually carry the polygel on that area where there's a space, so it fills up that area. So when I file, it actually looks okay enough. When I file the nail, it doesn't look abnormal or anything like that. So I like to do that with my thumbnail because it is a very difficult nail to do, and I always cure my thumbnail for 120 seconds because of the angle of the nail. It is very difficult to cure in the lamp for 60 seconds because it really doesn't cure. So usually I cure it for 120 seconds, sometimes a little more depending. So now, after all of the nails are completed, I am just going to be using my rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer, and then I filed the nails. So I did leave my whole filing process in this video because I like to do that, especially when I'm doing the lazy girl method. It's easy to show myself filing when it's the lazy girl method because there's not much dust when I'm doing this, and it's a lot easier to film because if I were to film my polygel overlay, there is so much dust, so I would have to get my dust collector, and having the dust collector in the same clip with me while I'm filing, it sometimes hinders me from doing my best work because I would be in an awkward position when I'm filing when the dust collector is present because of the camera angle and all these things. So it is very easy when I don't have to use the dust collector and I could just file. So yeah, I'm just gonna be filing all of the nails and filing the thumbnail. I don't know, I don't think the thumbnail was looking good after I filed it. Let me be honest about that. I think I could have filed it a lot more, but I didn't notice that until I was finished, and I just wasn't feeling to file anymore anyway. So yeah, the thumbnail could have been filed a little better. So I'm just gonna let y'all watch me file, and I'll be back shortly. So this is after filing all of the nails. Now I am going to be using my Nail Addict white gel polish. So I'm just placing some on my nail palette. So we are going to be doing some Christmas nail art today. So on the thumbnail, I am going to be drawing some snowflakes. So I'm using my dotting tool to draw some dots on the nail first. Then I'm going to be using my nail art brush to connect all of the dots to make my snowflake. So I cured that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to be doing another snowflake. So I drew another snowflake on the thumbnail as well. I did that off camera. Now I'm just going to be placing some dots to mimic snow for the thumbnail, and then I cured that for 30 seconds. I also did the same on my pinky nail, and then I cured for 30 seconds. Now moving on, I'm using this pink gel polish from Madame Glam. So I'm just placing some on my nail palette. And I'm also going to be using my Makartt clear dip powder. So on the index nail, I'm going to be placing my Madame Glam Velvet Matte top coat and curing for 30 seconds. Also, this nail set is inspired by a picture I saw on Facebook or Instagram. I'm not sure because I had this picture a while now, so I'll leave the picture right here. So I am going to be doing my own sweater nail. So I'm going to be drawing my sweater nail using hearts instead of what my nail inspo did. So I am just going to be placing some dots with my dotting tool on the nail. And then when I'm finished with that, I'm using my nail art brush to draw the hearts. And this sweater nail was very tedious to do. Oh my goodness, it took so long to do this because you have to be careful when you're doing this, especially since you're drawing hearts. And if you're interested in seeing another sweater nail that I did, I would leave a link in the cards for you all to check it out. It is a lot easier than this one. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that one in the cards. Now when I'm finished with drawing all of the hearts, I'm just going to be drawing 2 lines down the nail. This first line was very easy to do. I didn't have a problem at all. However, the other line was very difficult to do because of the angle and because it's kind of far, because it's more comfortable for me to draw the first line than the second line. So the second line was touching one of the hearts or 2 of the hearts, and I didn't like how that was looking. That was kind of annoying me, but I continued to do the sweater nail. So you would see me continuing to do that, and off camera I did redo this nail, but I didn't show myself redoing it. But yeah, I'm just gonna be doing that. Then I also apply some dots with my dotting tool on the sweater nail. Next, I am going to be using my Makartt clear dip powder. So I'm just going to be pouring the clear dip powder on the wet gel polish, and then when I'm satisfied, I cured that for 30 seconds. So this is after I redid the nail, and the second line was still a bit too close to the heart, but it was a lot better this time around, so I left it like that because this sweater nail was so tedious to do. So anyway, I am going to be top coating all of the nails and then I cured for 30 seconds. I did not top coat the sweater nail, by the way. That nail is already finished, so I'm just going to be top coating the rest of the nails and then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm using my Makartt rhinestone glue and some rhinestones as well. I'm just going to be blinging out the nails a little. So on the pinky nail, I placed some of the rhinestone glue and then I applied 2 of the rhinestones to that nail and flash cured for 5 to 10 seconds. So on my nail inspo, she had a star rhinestone which looked so cute, but I do not have a star rhinestone, so this is the closest one I could get. So I'm just going to be placing that on my ring nail and flash curing for 5 to 10 seconds. Then I am going to be applying top coat to the underside of the nails and then I cured in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking and I think they look really good. Now I'm just going to be placing my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So this is the finished look, guys. This is my pink sweater nail art design using the Lazy Girl method and I think it turned out really good. Although I have some issues with this nail set, I think it turned out really good regardless, because you know, nothing cannot be perfect. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.